This is AJ, breaking news. But first, conclusive documents show that our absence over the past week was due to the fact that government officials, angry at our representation of the RNC, abducted us and held us against our will at Guantanamo Bay. Our escape seemed bleak at best. However, we managed to achieve it with a toilet paper roll, the folder that conclusive documents come in, and a spork from the cafeteria. Using these objects, we tunneled our way to freedom and managed to hitch a ride on a '69 El Camino that Cuban expatriates have fashioned into a boat. Viva Miami! Then it was off to Philadelphia to behold the glory that was the Democratic National Convention. Once there, some Latino fellows and myself found a 10-foot ladder to scale the 9-foot wall protecting the place. Because as we all know, however tall a wall is, you can always find a taller ladder. From there, I was magically whisked away into a magical fantasy land. A fantasy land straight from the pages of Tolkien, right off the TV from Game of Thrones. I saw a wizard, a magical wizard, Bernie the Red, who talked of using our imaginations. Imagine what America could be. That's right, imagine. You know, it's easy if you try. Then the noble dwarf Ryan of Mordor spoke of the kind and caring attributes of the soon-to-be Queen Hillary. He said she lifted him up. When he was low, she raised him. And then she lifted him up again. Check the transcript, folks. I'm not making this stuff up. A 3-foot-tall person said how Hillary's keen aspect to being elected president is the fact that she picked him up off the ground. Finally, Queen Hillary, to much fanfare and cheering, took the stage and said that as a first rule when she becomes leader, she will not take everyone's magical wand of protection. This, however, came after all of her previous supporters had said the first thing we need to do was take everyone's magical wands of protection. How this would work, I don't know, but what's this? Breaking news, we have a special guest. Knock, knock, guess who? President Bill Clinton. That's right, AJ, I'm back. I wanted to see what you thought of the convention. Well, I enjoyed it, Mr. President. I think your wife's got a real shot, and I think you did well, too. Well, I'm glad you say that, AJ. You know, this is something we've been working on since the 70s, since the time of tie-dye and bell-bottoms and lava lamps. In fact, one time we stared into a lava lamp so long, of course, I didn't inhale, but Hillary, that's another story. But while we were looking at this lava lamp, we had a vision, and that vision was of a white horse, a glowing steed that appeared. And next thing we knew, she was president. How all that ties together, I don't know. But then again, I have a lava lamp with me. Mr. President, how you got elected baffles the mind. I tell you, it baffles me too, AJ. Mr. President, we noticed that your wife has made a cornerstone of her election campaign women's rights. Do you have any thoughts on that matter? Well, AJ, I'm glad you asked that question because, as it turns out, Hillary's campaign is right. Women's rights are human rights, and human rights are women's rights. And what it all boils down to, in fact, they said this, is respect. And I'll tell you, AJ, I have respected many a woman in my time. Many a woman. And one of the things I have told many a woman in my time is I respect you. And I will respect you even more the next morning. Mr. President, It truly is a blessing that you are here. Well, that's it for this edition of Breaking News, brought to you by Conclusive Documents. When you need to know the truth behind the tyranny and pillow talk, Conclusive Documents. And Tyrannotoe, ending the tyranny of toe fungus, Tyrannotoe.